just waiting for you to do, to do, to do, to do.
One thing I really wanted to ask you about was like how this all started, especially for our listeners who aren't aware of, you know, who you are and your accomplishments. I mean, you're only the second spear fisher that I've interviewed.
Oh, who was the first one?
The first one was Peter Coriel.
Oh, nice. Never met him.
He was cool. But I love spearfishing. Like I would do it. I would try to do it, but I feel like Poseidon like really wants to kill me. Like I feel like he's really after me. I really do. Just because of like all the Brooklyn Fishing Club trips I've organized, like kill fish, and like I've been in a few sketchy situations out on the water, and I just feel like even in Key West, like a month ago, I had a lemon shark like come up to my lure in like knee deep water, like maybe a foot from my leg, like a blink of an eye, and it was like maybe 5 feet long. I don't even go swimming anymore. I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding. I'm like, and I was never like that my whole life, but a few things happened where.
You know the best cure for that?
What?
You need to go to Jupiter and do a shark dive.
I am actually a certified advanced diver.
Okay.
I've got my wreck diver, but I did that like when I was younger. I haven't done it in so long.
Oh, you mean scuba diving?
Yes, scuba diving. Not like the badass stuff that you do with no air.
Well, the shark dive is snorkeling.
Well, so one thing that I heard that you've done that's pretty crazy is you've jumped off the back of a shrimping boat to spearfish like the tuna that are behind the shrimp nets. You're not doing that again?
It's not super safe. Same thing as when you're shooting cobia of bull shark and Stewart in Florida.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of people have done it. Everybody survived. Is it a good idea? Probably not.
I'm still getting warmed up here. Once I know we're recording, I get a little nervous. You gotta bear with me.
That's good.
You know, it's part of the gig.
So we're not recording.
No, we're recording.
Okay,
We just
okay.
added it up. It's just like I just haven't been in the studio with anybody since September,
Oh, good.
and I feel like I'm just like getting back on a bicycle. So just bear with me.
Well, good thing is the skill doesn't go away.
I mean, I'm just talking, right?
Like golfing.
Yeah, it's not like golfing. I hate that sport. Oh my god, what a boring sport. So before you got into spearfishing, you're living what type of lifestyle?
So I was living in London. I'm a trained lawyer. And then I worked in a fund in London for many years. And when I first moved to London, I went with friends to Ibiza, and I was just going there to party and nothing else. And the guy who was sitting next to me in the plane was carrying free-diving fins. So I turned around, I'm like, what's that? Yeah, I'm that person. And then he tried to explain to me that those are free-diving fins and stuff like that. And he talked to me about spearfishing. So, of course, I'm like, oh, that looks, yeah, kind of cool, I guess. I'm like, eh. And then he said, well, when we get back to London, I'm going to tell you all about it. We can grab dinner and stuff like that. I can introduce me to all my friends who do all of that cool stuff. So I'm like, okay, fine, why not? And then when I come back, we sit down, and then he started explaining to me what spearfishing is and what freediving is. And then a bunch of his friends were going to Egypt to do a freedive class. And he was like, you have to go, you have to go, you have to go. And I'm like, I don't know. It's probably not my thing. And then he really, really pushed me. And I guess my FOMO just kicked in so freaking badly. And I just decided to go and do the trip anyways. I liked it. It was all right. Didn't blew my mind. I wasn't like, wow,
Yeah,
I
it wasn't like
discovered.
at that moment.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
like an epiphany or anything. And then after that, a few months later, they were going to do a big spearfishing trip, which is when I decided to train that trip, which was very scary for me. Very, very,
Why?
very scary. I've never been very comfortable in outdoor environment for a really long time. And when I was 14, I got caught in an undertow on a holiday in France with my parents, and I passed out in the water. And lifeguard had to rescue me, helicopter, everything. So it was pretty bad. So me in the ocean, not love at first sight. So basically, that's when we kind of. So when I was on that trip, we were so far away from shore, I couldn't see the bottom of the ocean. I'm shaking in the water with my little gun. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? It's just, I'm like, this is just crazy. Like, why did I say yes to this? But then, after that, I shot my first fish, and then it was a disgusting fish. It's not even good to eat. It was a blackjack. And then cooked it on the beach and had an amazing time. And it was so great. And that's when I really fell in love with the whole catching my food thing. But again, I liked it. And I became more and more passionate about it and more obsessed with it. But it's not, I don't think there's any moments when you try something new that you're like, wow, this changed my life completely. So I think there's a little bit of a delusion when it comes to when people look at my lifestyle and are asking themselves, oh, I want to find that cool thing for me. It's really about trying a bunch of different things, and then you're going to learn to love things, and then your passion is going to grow. But if you're looking for that sparkle moment when you're going to be transported into a new lifestyle, you're going to be waiting for the rest of your life.
So there was no sparkle moment. It was kind of like a gradual.
I had a great day. I had the greatest freaking day ever by doing that. I felt so amazing about having caught my own fish and then be able to cook it. And it was just, the setup was fantastic. We're on an island in the middle of the Atlantic. So it was a very strong. Yeah, and I had to go back to work on my desk. It was a strong moment, but it was not, I didn't hear the type of thing.
So do you think going back to work like inspired you more to like, go harder to make this a full-time gig?
So I just remember sitting at my desk and like putting my work aside and trying to look for different things. Like, how can I do more of it? How can I be more involved in the sport? And I reached out to a bunch of people, and at some point, somebody, a French TV channel hired me to do a short documentary in South Africa about my double life type of thing. And
what channel?
It's called Season.
Is it like a big one? Because they just some French documentary just came in, did something on us in the summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's supposedly they get like 2.5 million viewers.
Is it Season?
I don't know.
It could be.
It was cool. They were interviewing. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
no.
They were interviewing like the next interview they were doing was a fight club in New York City, like an actual underground fight club.
They do like short documentaries,
it was like
type
short
of thing.
little.
Oh, yeah, it's probably the same thing. Because they just developed a new like branch in Canada.
Oh, interesting.
So it could be that one also.
Cool. Yeah. Sorry to throw you off track there.
No, it's all good. And then then I got paid a ridiculously small amount to do this, and then when I came back, that's when I was really like, whoa, I can get paid to do this. I'm like, I gotta try.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's also with the spearfishing, that's also when I was realizing that I was the donkey chasing a carrot all freaking day long. And I'm like, okay, so now I have like $40,000 worth of shoes. I'm crazy, I know. Now that I have a nice car and I have a great apartment, it's like, well, what's next? A bigger apartment?
What's
an
next?
Even better car? And even, so I was just realizing.
When is it enough? Yeah.
Yes. And even in my encounters with people, I just always felt that what I was bringing to the conversation was just not
very topical. Like,
it's
not
like,
very deep.
Yes. I'm like, what am I talking about here? It's, it's live, the news. I want to talk about fishies. I want to talk about.
You experience that like feeling of like catching and killing your own
exactly.
dinner and then cooking it over like an open fire. And all of a sudden you're looking at people that are in your friend circle and you're like, I don't know if I can relate to these people anymore.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
So that's kind of when I kind of realized that I needed to make changes in my life. Everybody thought I was absolutely fucking mental.
People are very quick to write people off.
I mean, it's
especially when you go from being a lawyer to a spearfisher.
Yes, it's. I mean, I kind of understand. If one of your friends is like, tomorrow I'm quitting my job, I'm going to become a professional knitter. You're going to be like, okay, cool.
Yeah, you got this.
You're sure? You're sure about that? You're sure about that?
Did you see how much you're making at your job? Like, yeah.
But it's that thing that. Even if you quit your job to do knitting full time, or fishing full time, it's about finding what are the best ways for you to make money that also goes with your values.
Absolutely,
and it was
and your morals.
it was hard for me when I was broke as shit living in my car, and then I have a cruise ship offering me to do an advertising for $15,000, and I'm like,
Let's go.
I hate free cruise ships. So like I kind of say yes,
I've
but I
never been
can't
on
say
one.
no, because then it's tough. It's tough to stick to your values. Did
you
I take
find-
jobs that I'm not proud of? Yes, but it's bless you.
Do you find that like social media in itself, like, do you ever have to take breaks from it? Because like I personally do. Like there's sometimes maybe every like 4 to 5 weeks, or maybe sometimes three. Lately it's been 3 to 4 where I'm just like, I can't even look at this. Like it's, and in earlier years it I didn't realize it, but it was kind of becoming a source of like a place to like crowdsource my self-esteem.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, look at all these likes. But you get to a point where it's like, it's not, I don't know what I'm trying to explain, but it kind of takes the fun out of what you're trying to do. Like sometimes I'm on a fishing trip and I feel like, wow, I need to be documenting this. But then other times I'm like, just live in the moment and enjoy this, because like, why do you care what other people think about the fishing trip that you're on? It kills me. It's like but I
For
know I have to
sure.
do it for business, but it's not fun.
I think it's about finding the right balance. So social media can bring a lot of amazing things. Like I managed to grow my following very organically, and that opened a lot of doors for me. So I'm very grateful for that. But then again, when it comes to comparing yourself to other people, and then kind of gauging your value and the person you are by the amount of likes and stuff like that, and it's there's so many things in play, right? First of all, Instagram chooses who sees your photo. So you don't know. Maybe they choose to show your photo that day to somebody who lives in their mom's basement and are just angry about life.
They're so mad that you're fishing that day on your story.
Yeah,
And they're doing whatever they don't want to do.
yeah, exactly. And then also the hate coming from it. It's and actually Brogan put it very well on the podcast. He was telling me, when I did my gig in Tampa, there was 14,000 people in the stadium. If one moron screamed, "You piece of shit," are you going to listen to that person? Of course not, because there's thousands of other ones that paid good money to be here.
Yeah.
And they're there and they're here because they appreciate you. So you have to kind of be able to do that. And that stupid thing that I did, I mean, I don't think it was stupid, but kind of. But
do you
know, when I did a barbecue at my house.
Oh, I heard that and I was like, man, she's only done that once. I've been inviting strange people to shit on the internet like since 2014. I mean, one of the first guys who joined the club, I picked him up at the subway, Jim.
But you're a guy.
At 5, you're right. End of story.
It's different.
Although he did hop in my car and he was like, either we're going to become great friends or you're going to kill me. And we
True.
became great friends. So
That's good.
You know, we're still friends to this day. I've made so many great friends through this club, but you're right. I am a guy. I mean, you're competing in a sport that is totally male dominated. I mean,
Yes.
what do you feel like you ever have like a chip on your shoulder that like you need to be better than the men because you're like in this sport that's dominated by them?
I've had some situations in the past where, you know, I went diving with people and the guys felt a little bit like insecure after it, or like, you know, start saying bad things about me because
On the boat?
I was either out diving or catching more fish and things. I did face a situation. Of course, it's not everybody,
Yeah.
but I did face that.
Yeah. How'd you handle it?
I mean, it's
Sucks,
the
probably.
guy has issues. Like, it's not my problem. You need to see a therapist, buddy. I think it's.
But is that how you thought all the time? I mean, I know like now you're in this place where like, you know, I feel like you've in a way like really arrived in your career. Like what have you done? 2 TED Talks, you got a cookbook coming out, you're launching Superhumans, and you got your own brand, like so much stuff going on. I mean, it's easy now probably to think like, okay, forget all the haters, like whatever. But in those formative years, like was there ever a time where you're like, okay, I don't even want to do this anymore because people just suck?
I think it's more being about how can I live my life without caring about this or about caring less about this. There's always going to be people talking. And it's you know, it's the best advice I ever got was you can be the sweetest, most amazing peach in the world. Nobody's gonna like fucking peaches. And that's just you have to always keep that in your mind, because there are a lot of girls out there, you know, like bikini girls who take photos with fish.
It's crazy. Like, it's so oversaturated. That must piss
I don't
you
even
off.
mind, to be fair. Like, I don't mind if you want to pose with a tuna. Like, you have fun. Like, knock yourself out with that. It's when you're in a boat, it's easy to know if somebody knows what they're doing and not what they're doing. So but again, I think there's a lot of jealousy out there, and it's where it's coming from. Because again, imagine yourself, you're going to work and the sun is shining and the birds are singing and life is good. Then you had a fantastic work day, and then you come home, and then your girlfriend or your boyfriend is like welcoming you and kissing you, and I miss you so much, honey, blah, 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 blah. You have a lovely dinner. You're not going to pick up your phone and start hating on people.
Nah.
Because you're happy that day.
Nah.
So I think it's about remembering the fact that if somebody wants to put you down, it's because they have their own issue in their own life, and they're projecting that on you.
Yeah.
It's hard because it's, you know, I'm being called all sorts of
Crazy.
stuff.
I'm sure.
online.
I can only imagine, because the stuff I've had to deal with as a man, I can only imagine, like, the hate that you've gotten, like, because you've blown up. Like, it's crazy. Like, I remember when you had like 3,000 followers. Like, I had started the fishing club, and I was like, whoa, this chick is spearfishing, killing it. And it's just been amazing to watch you, like, totally blow up. Like, go on
thank
Joe
you.
Rogan twice. Like, it's crazy.
Well, it's also, you know, it's when you grow with social media, as now I'm allowing 330,000 people to have a say on who I am,
On your
on the
life.
way I live my
Yeah,
life,
yeah.
and choices I freaking made.
No more barbecues, huh?
And I'm like, Steven from freaking Jacksonville, I don't want to hear what you have to say about my life, but I have to see it because it's out there and it's public, and I put myself out there. But I think bullying is a very, very awful thing that's happening online. And, you know, we talk a lot about kids and how, you know, it happens into school. It happens into adults every single freaking day online, and it's grown up people.
Yeah.
You're like a man with 3 kids and a wife, and you're taking the time to tell me that I'm
try
a
to
fucking
tear
bitch.
me down.
What is
Yeah.
wrong with you? Like, it's like I just don't. I cannot
It's
fathom
really
that. in my-
funny, because I think what a lot of people see is just like this final product of like the Facebook post or the Instagram post, whatever. They don't see, you know, they don't see me like getting skunked after driving 8 hours and then driving back and like being like actually like questioning my entire life. Like, they don't see any of that. They just see the post. So they, you know, it's all like perception is reality. That's it. And you just kind of have to roll with the punches, I guess, because I mean, we need the social media, and they know that, and they got us. So, but it was funny. I heard you on, I hate to keep coming back to the Rogan podcast, but I don't hate it. We could keep doing it. But one thing I will say that I totally related to you on was the bullying thing when you were in middle school.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I got like ferociously bullied in like 8th grade. And like the kids that were bullying me, like they knew I was going through a crazy tough time. Like my parents had just got divorced. We had gone from living in a house that was really nice to like me and my mom and my brothers were living in someone else's house, like in a room. And it was really tough. And I thought about that from listening to you, and it's like, it's just like what you said, like it just made you tougher in the end. But those formative years, oh my God, kids can be so mean. I couldn't imagine how I would have gotten bullied with social media. All I had was instant messenger. I am.
How old are you?
I'm 33.
Okay. We're
Yeah.
pretty much the same age.
Yeah. So, you know, I can't imagine if some of those bullies had Instagram to get at me. But
For sure. I think that's also what a lot of people don't realize, that, you know, it's because we both went through this earlier. I think it's easier for us to take it because we understand that, we kind of understand the situation a little bit better. So we're kind of a little bit more immune to it.
it's like sometimes I feel like I'm more immune to it. Sometimes I feel like
You're more sensitive.
I'm more
to it.
sensitive to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird balance. I'll be
Because-
in therapy. I've been in therapy for years with this, so it's so I don't know the answer to this question. But I think it's. I just feel bad for those people who are experiencing it and don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
And I think that people don't realize that It's not because you don't know somebody. Like if you call somebody names or you treat them badly online, like you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what his day is like. Like
No
don't
idea.
You don't know if they're crying at night. You don't know if they're crying and
They have
crying
no
themselves
idea.
to sleep at night. You don't know. So why do it? Why freaking
Why
do it?
Stop harassing us. Leave
I
us
think
alone.
February
Seriously.
23rd. Is February or March?
It's February.
Is the bullying, anti-bullying day. So I'm thinking about. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But
So let me ask you this. In high school, I became someone that I finally started. I wasn't just a skinny little kid anymore. I grew a few inches. I started working out, started fighting all the bullies, knocking out bullies. Anybody that bullied anybody, knocked out. Does that make me a bully? It's a question I've asked myself for a while.
It's a tough one because when somebody insults me online, I'm like, wow, your mommy didn't love you, didn't she? So am I a bully for doing that? But then you just call me a cunt. Sorry.
It's okay.
So for Europeans, it's a normal word.
It is. I know. It's very normal. It's all good.
I don't know. It's putting
You're the first person to say that on the podcast.
The first?
Yes.
Do I win a
This is
prize or something?
You do. Intern, bring out the prize.
Thank you. Where's my cunt medal? Thank you.
Get the intern out here. Where's Ronnie? All right, Ronnie.
I mean, probably. Is it the healthiest thing to do? Probably not. Ruling out your shoulder is probably one thing, but then it's. I don't know. I guess I still have this fire inside of me, and I'm like, I need to tell you, you're a piece of shit.
Yes, me
because
too.
Because somebody needs to tell you.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's like it's not so easy for me sometimes to be like, you know what, your life sucks. It's obvious.
Yeah.
Like it will never get better, and that's not my problem. And whatever. Like obviously you have issues, but then there are some people who are just they're just so relentless. Like it's like their mission is to just make you feel fucked up every day, and you're like, who are you? I've literally never met you. Like you're just an avatar on the screen.
Crazy.
And the amount of hate that pours in is crazy. I think a lot of it is super exclusive to the Northeast, because I've had a lot of friends that were trying to make livings in the fishing industry just leave because they're just like, I don't like getting trolled 24/7. So I'm
That's
out of
crazy.
here. Yeah. But yeah, enough focus on the haters. They get enough attention as is, This was one question I was really thinking about. How do you practice your aim as a spearfisher?
You can practice in pools.
Okay.
With something really simple,
they
like
have,
even like a plastic bag, or you have foam fish or something.
Gotcha. Because I was thinking about, like a couple summers ago, I learned how to throw a harpoon.
Yeah.
And it's just like you just train with like a rope and a bucket, and you just throw it off the back of the dock and like hit it at different distances. So yeah, I was just wondering if there was like special targets that they might have for like spear fishing people to practice.
Yes,
like
this
special-
foamy fish.
Okay.
It's very efficient training because in one season or even in a year, how many fish are you going to kill?
I don't know. You kill a lot.
But let's say like, I don't know, maybe like 30 fish. Let's just round up to whatever number.
Okay.
And in 3 hours, you can have 50, 60 shot at a target. So it's just so efficient.
So what would you say is different about your training now versus when you first started? What has changed? What have you gotten rid of? What have you added on? Is there anything that's been a constant that you're still doing since day one?
Well, my biggest training at the start was to train my mental. First of all, freediving is very mental, but also I was so uncomfortable in the water that this was my first big challenge. So it was basically about, okay, I need to spend as much time as I can in the water to get rid of that. And then when my mental was in the right place, then it was about, okay, at this stage, what I'm going to do is I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to go dive with the best fishermen in the world. I'm going to shut my mouth and then I'm going to listen. So it was really about, so after that, it became more about performance and things like that. So
in terms of the best spear fishermen in the world, are there certain people that you look up to in the industry?
yes, there's several people. For sure.
hear about them all?
My mentor, my spearfishing mentor, his name is GR Tar. Mm-hmm. So he has a company called Red Tide Spearfishing.
Are those the guys that do your photos? I feel like Red Tide is something photo related.
They just have gun. The guns are white.
Egon, who is here, bro?
How's it going? What's up, man? Hi.
Yep, we have yet to lock down studio space at the BFC podcast, but we're totally working on it. Thank you for all the donations that have just been pouring in. I mean, we are just getting so much money out here. Do you know that we have a Zoom meeting tonight? I legit had like a make or break moment. We have a Zoom meeting tonight at 8, and I have like this, like, kind of famous, like, surf fisher guy.
Oh, cool.
And I asked everybody that's coming to the meeting for $10, like, to go to the podcast, very specifically. Like, and some guy emailed me and was like, they're only paying $100 for the membership. He's like, I'm not paying for any hidden fees. If you don't give me the code without this $10, like, I'm gonna have to reconsider my club membership.
Oh my god.
And I'm just like, you know what? Reconsider it.
You're like,
you
okay.
might have to reconsider a few things.
Yeah, in your life.
Because
That's crazy.
Everybody good? You want water?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
I didn't even respond to him yet. How are we doing?
Sounds great. You're still rolling?
Yeah, I know we're still on. You can throw that. We're not gonna edit that.
You can edit that.
All right, you can. I said we're not going to. You want to?
I think it adds flavor to the
I think it's all good.
but it's up to you. Yeah, we could do it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Who was that, by the way?
Ari's mom.
Oh, word.
Yeah, they're going out to dinner or something.
Oh, nice. Cool.
It's a family, operation.
That's cute.
It's all in the family. Me and Ian have known each other since we were like teenagers.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Old friends.
Old friends. I'm friends with his brother.
So you grew up in New York too?
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah, I'm from
nice.
Jersey too.
Yeah, New Jersey.
Cool.
Yeah.
Florida is the way to go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the way.
Yeah, that's one thing we need to edit out. Nobody can know I moved down here.
Oh, yeah.
They can't know. I've only told like 6 people because there's so many haters up there waiting to just spring on it.
Where do you live in St. Pete?
No, I've been in St. Pete for almost 4 months.
Where are you in St. Pete? Like downtown St. Pete?
No, like historic St. Pete.
Historic St. Pete.
There's cobblestones in front of my apartment.
Where?
North 6th Street. Off 22nd.
You can really tell I've been there for 3 years.
3 years. You don't know where.
4. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're always on the road.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you just mark that one spot? No one can know I moved to St. Pete, dude. Seriously, like, I'm not joking. I wish I was joking.
I got you.
I mean, I don't care if they know I came from Florida. No, actually, I do. I kind of do.
But no, I got you. Go ahead.
It's crazy.
Keep talking.
Okay, cool. Let me see what else I got here. What would you say to the 12-year-old Valentine?
It's okay to be different. It's okay to feel that you don't belong where you are. And it's okay to pursue it.
Would you tell her, like, don't worry, you're going to blow up?
No.
You wouldn't.
Well, I thought earlier, though. But
Yeah.
I guess I wouldn't be as wise.
Gotcha. What has made you so wise? What do you think? Trial and error, like learning from mentors? Like what? I mean, it seems like you've like learned so much about this sport in such a kind of a brief period of time, right? I mean,
I'm
compared to some
somebody
people?
who I get very dedicated to what I do. I don't like sucking.
gotcha.
So it's so now I publicly said that I wanted to do a competition of jiu-jitsu and broken podcast. So
Yeah.
I've been training all week, twice a day.
Got to back
There
it
you
up.
I always like challenges.
Yeah.
So I think it's just about, doing what you love, working really hard, working as hard as you can, and always keep wanting to be better, stay humble, and understand there's always going to be people that are better than you, and authentic to your values and who you are in the process. And then I think it's going to be natural. With all those elements, even if you want to be a professional leader,
Yeah.
you'll get there.
Yeah. I mean, look at you. You do the Joe Rogan podcast twice and you come over to here and do the podcast with us. Totally humble. I love it. That's great. That's great advice. Like before you started doing this, what were some other like obstacles that you just faced? Like before it was like an actual like, okay, like I'm in it. I've done it. Like you had like, was there ever, because I'm just thinking personally about like some of the stuff I've faced like mentally. Like a lot of stuff has been very mental for me. Like, okay, I just caught this really big fish and did like this really cool video. What am I gonna do next now? So it's like these kind of like peaks and valleys, and I'm having trouble handling the valleys. I gotta tell you, like it can get in between those big fish. It can get a little bit dark sometimes. You're like, when am I getting back out there? What does my life come to? You know, you're always chasing that next fish, right? I mean, when does it ever become enough?
Probably not.
Probably not, right? Fuck.
I don't know. Actually, no. I don't think. No. Sorry, no. I withdraw what I said. I think it's more about. I think it's evolving. I think that what you want. So you now have been traveling the world. I've been doing so many things, and I've had fantastic experiences, and now I'm craving being home. And that's what I want to do. I want to work on I'm writing 2 books at the moment.
You become a homebody.
I'm just, that's what I do. Like I have a trip coming and I'm like, ugh.
Do you have a writing mentor too?
No. I'm writing
that?
a cookbook and I'm also writing a different type of book in French.
What's that one about?
It's actually about how to get to my lifestyle, like how to basically, the lessons that I've learned on how to get to where I am.
Cheat codes.
So it's kind of
awesome. I can't wait to read that one.
It's very tough love.
Because I'm trying to catch up with you over here.
Well, that's good. Then you have about a year to learn French. Better start now.
I got my DNA tested. I'm actually 10% French.
There you go.
Believe that?
It's gonna be easy
I
for
thought
you.
my whole life I was half Irish, half Italian. I got my DNA tested, and my DNA is all like they show you the world map when you get. Have you done it?
No, I haven't done it.
They show you like the map of where you come from. All my DNA was on a coastline everywhere. There was
That's
no
so cool.
inland
There
DNA.
you go. It's a new DNA. Like literally.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I think it's important to listen to yourself also as you evolve, because it's what matters to you now may not matter to you in 5 years. And then that's why introspection is a very important part of what you do, because are you chasing a dream of who you were 5 years ago, or are you actually chasing the dream of the person you become right now? So it's really important to understand where you are also.
How do you balance like this, all this success with like your life? I mean, it's a lot, right? I mean, how do you stay humble? I mean, because there's some people that would just be like totally cocky about life and be like, I'm not coming on your podcast. You kidding me? I've been on Joe Rogan 2 times. And you're like, I'll come over as long as the mics work. And I'm like, she is awesome. Like, this is amazing.
Well, I hate rude people, so it's I could never be that way, and I think I've started somewhere, and I think that it's I like to talk to people, so it's I'm happy to come here, I'm happy to talk
cool.
to you, so I think it's great, and also I'm fully aware of the fact that I can be canceled tomorrow. Who knows what stupid shit can come out of my mouth? So it's.
You did say the C word on the BFC podcast. We got a lot of 14-year-old kids listening. I don't even know who's listening. Spotify does such a bad job, or whoever the server is that like runs the podcast. Like they can tell a band or an artist how many streams they have, but they can only tell us how many downloads we have. I don't know if there's a difference. I don't care. But anyway,
I would say there's a difference.
I'm just trying to record the coolest people on the planet. That's what I've been trying to do. And you are a world record holder, right?
I don't even know.
Didn't you dive like 170 feet or something?
Oh no, that's not a record. Oh my god, I'm so far from it.
That's not a record.
Oh no, not even a little bit.
I was trying to Google you today before this. I'm like, what? Because like I feel like I've been following you since like 2014, like when we first like a lot of things first started, and I feel like I like know you. And I was saying to my friends before this, like it's so weird to like be meeting someone in person that for like the past 7 years has just been like a little circle avatar online. But
I'm pretty average as a free diver. Like it's when you think about the world record is something like I can hold my breath for 5 minutes 45 static. The
That's
world
wild.
record is like 26 minutes.
What?
And like I did 170 feet free diving, but the woman's record is like in the 600-700 feet. Like it's
What?
when it
How
comes
is
to
that
free diving,
possible?
I'm a puppy. Like my strength is
Really?
spearfishing.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
I like fishing. That's what I really like to do. But
Gotcha.
I don't register world records anymore.
Okay.
I just feel that it's, and I'm not being negative against nobody that's doing it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. It's
the
not
bigger
your-
fish out of species are very important to the ecosystem. So I'm trying to not promote the fact that catching the biggest fish is necessarily the best thing. So I just thought it would set a bad example by doing it. So
Yeah.
it's, I mean, I don't want to be like self-righteous and all like preaching and shit, but it's just, yeah.
No, it
I
is
just
what
felt
it's-
uncomfortable about it.
Yeah, yeah. I totally get it. I totally get it. How many spear guns do you own?
I think around like 18. I have a lot. I need to sell them. Do you want a cheap spear
Maybe
gun
I'll
and
buy
save
one.
it?
I mean, you're actually kind of convincing me to go back in the water because you said before this you were scared of the water and then you got into it and you just kept pushing yourself to keep going.
It's
in.
pretty great. And if you're listening to this and you want to get into spearfishing, free dive class.
That's the way to start.
Absolutely. You have to have a free dive class.
Okay. What else do they have to have? Like if someone's listening, they're like, I've been thinking about starting a spearfish. Like
That's
where
the
should we
start.
begin?
That's
Okay,
that's
cool.
that's the bottom line.
What's number 2? Gun?
And you can get your gear for
Yeah,
sure, depending
yeah.
on where you live. But it's, the most expensive things are going to be the wetsuit, your fins, and your spray gun.
Yeah. So do you have like 18 wetsuits also?
I have more.
They're like bathing suits at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is terrible. I could open a dive shop. So
You should. You should all open like the first thrift dive shop.
yeah,
No
exactly.
one's ever done that. That'd be perfect in St. Bleep. Let me see what else I got here. What's your most favorite place to spearfish that you've gone to and why?
I have a soft spot for the Bahamas.
Bahamas, really?
do.
I was thinking you were going to say Fiji or something way. Have you done like anything around the Great Barrier Reef?
I've been to New Caledonia twice.
Cool.
Big fish, really
Yeah.
awesome place, super sharky.
Yeah. What
I don't
types
know.
of big fish?
Dogtooth tuna
Oh, cool. That's such a bucket list fish. Oh my
and
god.
gigantic wahoo.
You killed some?
Oh my god, a dogtooth?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's so cool.
I got one.
What was
I
that?
want a bigger one,
What was
though.
that? Oh, you're going back? What was that hunt like for that one?
It was pretty sketchy because I was in French Polynesia and there's thousands of shark there. You jump in the water, they're all there. They're all
checking
circling.
you
So
out.
you lose most of the fish that you shoot when you're over there. And then I remember I shot a dogtooth and I was so out of breath and I remember pulling it and I got in a boat and I started puking because I just gave everything I had into it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not losing this fish.
Yeah.
And I got on a boat and bleh.
Did you do that after the marlin too?
Yes, for the marlin.
So, are you an adrenaline junkie? I was debating asking that, but because it seems like a stupid question, it seems like the answer is automatically yes.
It's so weird because it's
But then you're coming out of the water and you're like having these violent.
I think
like,
I have
you know, like,
I have a counter personalities of somebody who've been extremely anxious. Sorry.
It's okay.
Gee, sorry. All right.
Don't get anxious now. I was just kidding.
So it's like I grew up being scared of everything, and it's now I'm still scared of everything. So I guess it's probably I don't know, a way to counter my other part. That's to
Gotcha.
prove myself that I can do something crazy and kind of thrive on that type of thing just because.
So
don't know.
you're someone that's not going around it. You're going through it. Like you're
Yes.
you're going right into the pain, whatever it is.
Yes,
You're there for
the
it.
problem is that also applies to conflicts. So
That is a major problem.
I do not walk away from a fight.
Yeah, you're going all out.
Yeah.
You're going down swinging.
Yeah.
Me too. It's a problem. People are
is a
like, what? Dude, you have this big club, all these followers. What do you care about some little hater? And it's like, well, this is my life. I built this thing. Like, all you people know each other because of me. This is mine to protect. And if somebody wants to come test me, I'm sorry. I can't. Sometimes I have a very tough time walking away from it. And I hate a lot of you motherfuckers.
I mean, it's normal because you work hard to be where you are, and it's
they don't see any of it. And
you
I'm full-time
sacrifice,
teaching,
yeah, and
a
you
middle school
sacrifice
teacher
so much shit
the
for
whole
it.
time.
And now, who the fuck are you to tell me that I'm this and I'm that? I'm like,
And the most important thing you could ever sacrifice is time. And
Yes.
that's what they don't get, is that the time that's been sacrificed, time I could have spent with relatives that have passed away, that like I was just out building this company, trying to build
Yeah.
this club. Like that is what I wish I could. It's not about money. It's not about anything. Like the time I'm giving to someone is the most valuable thing.
yeah, 100%.
And there have just been a lot of people that just don't respect the time, and I don't know what to tell people anymore.
yeah,
I feel like in the past 2 years since this pandemic has hit, a lot of people have like really like deteriorated. So what you're doing with Superhuman, it's Superhumans, right?
Yeah.
Superhumans Co.
Yes.
So at Superhumans Co.
Yeah. No, it's at We Are Super. I should know that.
Get an intern in here.
Whoopsie.
Rogan.
Where's Jamie when we need him? We are. Yeah, we are.
need my Jamie.
It's,
I need to
Superhumans
find
Co.
Jamie.
You were right. Superhumans Co.
I was right. I did my research. See? I do my research.
It's also on
On
my
my
page.
guest.
You can see it on my page.
There's not much research involved. It's not like I was like had my glasses on, flipping through a big textbook like, in some
Well, it's a
dark
great
library.
company because it's so. All we do is breathing exercises for different scenarios.
No
so,
crystals.
No crystals. No chakras.
So one of my friends is he's a breathwork specialist.
Yeah.
And he's big on the chakra and the crystal thing. So what do you have to say to him about crystals?
And I don't have anything about crystal. It's just not. It's just not my cup of tea.
I'm sorry, I just had to ask that.
We're very like inhale 1 2 3 4, exhale 1 2 3 4.
So I did this breathwork class and with him, and I guess I have control issues. Who would have thought? And my hands had clenched up like claws. Like I was laying on my back, like doing it, and I couldn't move my hands. It was kind of scary, actually. Have you ever had that experience?
No.
That was weird. I don't know what happened there. Is there any place left for you to fish? Like what's next? Like what is one place on your bucket? Like is there anything not checked off the bucket list?
South America, probably. Haven't really done that too much. So
As in like what is the first?
Costa Rica,
Okay.
I would probably
Have you
be
done
in my
Panama
next
or
destination. No, I
Guatemala
haven't
or
done Panama.
anything?
Haven't done much of South America.
You know what's really depressing over there that I noticed when I mean I haven't done nearly as much traveling as you, but when I did go to that billfish tournament in Guatemala, the one thing I noticed was the amount of plastic in the water. It was
Yeah.
absolutely insane. Like I'm catching these 12-foot Pacific sailfish. I can see almost 50 to 80-foot viz, and the whole water column is just plastic. It was sad.
Yeah, it's. I mean, and for sure, in countries that are not
Burning their own trash
as
and throwing it in the
wealthy
ocean.
as there's way less education also. So that's a big issue. But then again, like people need to stop with their recycling bullshit. Like at this point, there's enough
There's enough plastic
stuff.
to
Like
go
we
around.
don't need more.
Yeah.
Because we can already make so many stuff out of plastic we already have. So
These plastic companies are crazy, though.
we need to find a way to stop producing things that are short term
Yeah,
use.
it's so short term.
It's not even single use. It's
But
a bag that you use 2 times. It's still not worth it.
It's crazy. What solutions do you have for our planet? What can we do better?
It's a tough one because I think we need to reevaluate the cost of our comfort.
The what?
The cost of our comfort.
Oh, got you. The cost of our comfort.
And I'm not talking about, you can't be ridiculous here. Don't ask people to take showers of 5 minutes. It's like, this is not going to work.
No. Yeah.
So it's more about bigger things, and it's bigger habits and stuff like that. So can people make an effort? Yes, but it's also coming to what's offered to them.
Yeah.
An airplane is a prime example. Why do we still have paper boarding pass? Why do we,
Yeah.
the plastic cutleries in the planes? It's like we need to find a better solution, and then that's it. You know what? Make them reusable. Make people pay for the cutlery.
Yeah.
You'll see they're not gonna forget them twice.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Like the resort my friend is staying at down here, if you lose a towel, it's $25. You're not losing that towel.
Exactly.
You know? So there's that.
But the bags at the grocery store, that's the one
That kills you?
one pet peeve that
you
I
know
have.
what really kills me is the big balloons. Like the balloons.
Yeah, the balloons. Yes.
The like outrageous birthday balloons
Yes.
that are like just
The
shiny.
like metallic shiny
yeah,
ones.
that just become like turtle food and kill turtles.
Oh, it's insane.
It's crazy.
That and seeing somebody put bananas in a plastic bag at a grocery store. I'm like, do you eat the peel? Then why the fuck are you putting it in a plastic bag?
Maybe he does eat the peel. This is Florida.
I'm like the most annoying person. I get to
Call
like
people out in public? Then you have to like really white knuckle it and bite your tongue.
I can't. No, I can't do it. I've
Are you
thought
gonna
about
end
it.
up on like somebody's
I've thought about
telephone
it.
video, like you like
Probably.
killing someone in public?
I'll be like a Karen, a public Karen. But it's also
Take out your
but
dive
people
knife,
don't
just
know.
end them.
People even don't think about it.
Yeah.
It's you bought pure oranges. You don't need a bag.
Yeah.
But then people are like, oh, but like the basket, they're disgusting. They're full of bacteria. If you don't wash your veggies, the
Yeah.
bacteria in your basket is not the first thing you should be worried about. It's like what you put in your mouth.
And I'm sure, yeah. You say a lot of things there, but yeah, exactly. Like, oh my God, people. More people need to spearfish. More people need to just get out. I mean, especially nowadays with how everyone's just been locked in and locked down. I mean, I don't know. This seems like the perfect time to get out there.
For sure, but also, if everybody started fishing, then our coastline would be completely ruined. So we need commercial fishermen. We really do. So it's about how we can make that
Balance,
much
right?
better. But if you
Yeah.
buy seafood from the U.S., it will be sustainable.
So you don't buy any seafood though, right? Like it's all
Very
your
rarely.
own,
I just don't need to. I have so much in my
On
freezer.
those rare occasions, where are you going?
Oh yeah, well yeah, I
Where
would
are
buy
you going-
seafood
where,
for
where
sure.
are you getting it from?
Whole Foods has
Okay.
very great product.
Cool. Whole Foods, send the check.
Yes.
Send that over to us. You gotta put a marker there. We're gonna have to bleep out Whole Foods. No, seriously, fuck Whole Foods.
There's a lot of fun stuff, great place where you can buy. But again, if you live in the U.S., buy U.S. seafood,
Yeah,
and then
you're
it's
saying that. You're
sustainable.
saying it's like the most sustainable.
It is.
Even
It
with
is.
like some of these farms that are like really messed up, like some of these fish
the U.S.
farms
has
are twisted.
very tight regulation.
Really, even
US
some
is
of
great.
these some of these fish farms have like totally destroyed ecosystems that had normal fish swimming through, and then they put.
Are
a
you talking
farm
about the
in.
Vancouver one?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
They're not really. That doesn't really
I was
happen.
asking you because you know what you're
in the
talking
US.
about.
Okay, I mean, it's wild fish. I know is something like 99% of the U.S. wild
Okay.
fish is sustainable.
Gotcha.
So that's good.
That's pretty.
Agriculture
interesting.
is a completely different ballgame. Agriculture is a necessity.
Yep.
It won't go away. It produces for over like 50% of the seafood that's been consumed, but that's including dog food, fish food for agriculture,
Fish sticks too.
like cat food, oils, all that type of stuff. And it's a lot of derivative products that are made out of
Yeah.
seafood products. So it's seafood is here to stay.
Yeah.
We just need to find better ways. It's getting there. It really is getting there.
Do you think a lot of the people that are managing these quotas and stuff, like the majority of them are just influenced by outside money? Like, I remember I went to, maybe not even outside money, just like, I'm totally blanking on the word, but just like when,
Lobbyists?
yeah, lobbyists, sorry. Whoa. You, lobbyists. So I went to the Netherlands and I was fishing with my friend Peter Perch for, labraks or like sea bass. And I caught this really nice bronzino, like something that would in an American restaurant would be like crazy. He's like, you have to let it go. I'm like, we're not going to eat this for dinner? He's like, no. The lobbyists have made it so that only commercial fishermen can catch the labraks. All the rec guys have to throw them back. So
That's, yeah, the whole allowing.
So who's making these rules? Like, I mean, they let, like, at least in New York and around New York, they'll have meetings where they let the public attend.
Yeah.
But what they'll generally do, from what I've seen from going to these meetings, is the people that they put in front of the public are just punching bags. They're not the guys making the decisions. So you get like 40 angry captains just berating these poor like young interns like, as if it's going to make a difference. And I've stopped going to those meetings. Like I don't know who to talk to about making a change anymore. Like people are, it's just so blurry. I don't know. And from state to state, it gets even blurrier.
There's two aspects to it. I think there's a massive political issue behind it, like you said, and lobbyists and things like that. But on the other end, there's also a lot of scientists, who are underpaid and underappreciated, who are working really hard to make the ocean a better place, for lack of other words. So it's. I think it's tough, but everybody these days is tainted by politics. COVID included. You need to get that ever.
Yeah. Oh God, Egon, just mark this spot real quick. We have so many fucking other just people that want Joe Rogan canceled that listen to this podcast. Like people that it's just fucking insane. Like what New York City has become. It's like oh my God.
But
I tell you,
I think that's a sad thing.
It's so sad.
It's a sad thing with the division.
Freedom.
Yeah,
I can't even talk. Like, because if I say what I want to say, I'm gonna lose money. I'm gonna lose business. But no one has any fucking answers out here. Like, it's kind of like we're getting fed all this different information. I don't know. But I don't know. I think
that the division that's happening in the U.S. right now is a very big problem.
It's
and
insane.
The problem is that fishing and hunting is now being associated with extreme right.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
Because most of us are very peaceful people. Like, yeah, we'll kill an animal, but we're not just taking a picture of it and throwing it off the dock. Like, we're gonna eat that animal. Like, we put in the money and time to hunt or fish for that animal. Like, we have the right to post a picture with it. I don't understand why we need to be bashed for it or.
Also, I think it's important to say that America is a completely own system. Bernie Sanders is middle in Europe. He's not far left even a tiny little bit.
Wow.
So it's the U.S. has an entire different conception of what's liberal and what's conservative and what belongs to what here.
Wow.
It's the second you talk about healthcare, people are like, "Oh my God, you're a communist." I'm like, no. I just want my grandmother not to have to.
My grandma died of COVID in the same nursing home that my mom works at.
Oh, jeez.
In 2020. It sounded like 2020.
Tough times right now.
Yeah, but it's a shit show. The healthcare system is a shit show. The education system is a shit show. And you got to wonder who the fuck is in charge. something I ask myself, because my favorite movie is The Departed. Whenever I see a problem, who benefits? Que bono. It's Latin. Who benefits? Whoever is benefiting, they're probably behind it.
For sure.
This took a hard right from spearfishing.
Yes, crazy world we live in. No, but it's even with what I do, it's sometimes it's hard for me to find partners when it comes to different brands or different type of stuff because the people are so scared about offending other people that people are like, oh my God, you fish, so we don't want to get into it because we don't want to offend some people.
Yeah.
Like most people do eat seafood, but it's just kind of.
It's like out of sight, out of mind for them. Same way they get a burger. They're not seeing the cow get killed or whatever.
But the problem is here because you have vegans, you have hunters and gatherers, you have conscious consumers, and you have people who don't give a shit. But really enough, the people fighting is always the vegans and the hunters and gatherers, and I'm like, we in the same end of the spectrum.
That's what I'm
together.
Thinking to myself. I'm like, wait, that's where the beef is between the vegans and the hunter and gatherer. Like, vegans, fuck vegans, man.
I don't have an issue with vegans in the sense that.
How many people I'm gonna offend in Brooklyn by saying fuck vegans?
But eat whatever the fuck you want. Just eat whatever the fuck you want, but don't. It's just don't get self-righteous about it. I'm sorry, but I will not feed my kids over processed food. I don't want that. It's against my values.
And honestly, it should be against everyone's values.
So it's, if you want to feed that to yourself, you want to feed, go ahead, but don't come at me and tell me that this is the only right way to be happy and to have compassion and all. That's called dogmatism. And I'm sorry, it never changed anything in the history of humanity, and it won't start with you, buddy.
Wait, what? What didn't change anything?
Dogmatism.
Oh, okay. Oh, dogmatism.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Valentine. I'm sorry.
So as long as you don't approach veganism as a Jehovah's Witness, I'm cool with you. If you come
As long as you're
shoving
not
down
coming
my
to my
throat,
door,
if you come and shoving
knocking
info
away.
down my throat, I'm sorry, but get the fuck out of my face.
You're gonna hit them with some info.
Yes.
I heard something on the Rogan podcast about that documentary, The Cove. Did
Yes.
you ever see the other documentary that came out that highlighted the other side of the story?
No.
Okay, so this is something super random that happened in my BFC career. The director of the counter documentary to The Cove, I don't even remember what it's called, invited me to the premiere of the counter documentary. There were about 8 people there. Okay, like
Jesus.
The Cove had like fucked things up so bad, but I'm there for it. You know, it's whatever. It's like a Thursday night. And I'm watching this documentary, and it was actually pretty crazy because they had some really valid points. Like they're talking about how this, it's in Japan, right? They're hunting dolphin. They're talking about how they've been doing this for thousands of years, but then a few Americans come over, see them killing dolphins, film it, and like ruined all these people's lives.
Yeah.
Like all the people that had been hunting those dolphins, like they showed what their lives have become since the Cove documentary, and
Also,
it's like ruined them.
Can we clarify something here?
Yeah.
Dolphins are pieces of shit. They're rapists. They eat their own fucking babies. They're not cute, nice Disney animals.
Let's get
Dolphins
into that.
are awful.
Really?
Dolphins are awful creatures.
Wow.
They're cute. They're fun. They play with us, especially when they're stuck in Club Med and have nothing else to do. But dolphins are awful.
Awful mammals. Holy shit, they're worse than us? Really?
Yes.
The only thing they don't do is litter.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
They're so smart that they're pieces of shit like us.
exactly. I mean, and I'm not saying they deserve to die or anything,
Okay.
but like,
So we're not going to
they're
start spearfishing for them.
I think that people, I see it a lot with vegans, sadly, people making those documentaries of conspiracies, how they see life with pink glasses in a way like, hunting is terrible, feel compassion. Do you know how a deer die in the wild? Believe me, a shot in the head is a fucking blessing.
Totally.
He's gonna get eaten alive by a coyote over a period of hours. He's gonna rot.
Just get gnawed at while it's still running along. Like, no one's been out there to even know, so they don't even know. It's crazy.
Nature is brutal, and
Yeah.
that's just the reality of things.
And it has no conscience. It's not like thinking about it. It's just nature.
No,
That's
exactly.
It. It doesn't have any ill will. It just is what it is. But yet, you know,
Moral story: fuck dolphins.
we're starting a fight club in St. Pete against the Dolphins. If anybody wants to join, $10. Yeah. What time we got, eh?
We're at 4:51.
What the fuck time does that mean?
4:51. Yeah.
Oh no, I meant like recording time. I have the time in front of me as well, dude.
Honestly, I can't tell right now.
All right.
I think we started around 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Started around 4.
Yeah. I don't have anything else scripted.
That's good.
But, you know, he pretty much answered all the questions I have. I'm trying to think if I have anything else. I mean,
You go off script for 10 minutes. And
I go off script here and there. I mean, I've actually really, like, one of the only, I'm probably the third person out of 33 interviews I've written a script for.
Oh,
A little intimidating, Valentine.
No.
A little bit. Like,
I said fuck dolphins and cunt on your podcast.
I know, and it's scaring the shit out of me. I don't know. It's like,
I find it inspiring.
it is.
Culture.
It is really culture.
Okay, then I'm going to
it's
say
cool.
one last controversial thing
Do
then
it.
on your podcast.
Drop it.
Fish sperm is delicious fried.
Fish brain,
Fish sperm.
fish cum.
Yeah.
Fry your cum, ladies and gentlemen.
So
Your
we have
fish
it a
come.
lot in snappers, especially in the Gulf, like dog snapper. And the winter, you have this big like
I feel
beige
like you
thing.
came on this show to say this.
No,
You've been saving
I
this.
promised Will I wouldn't say this, but then I'm like,
You've been wanting to
I'm
say
so
this since
saying
the
it.
first 5 minutes. I know it.
I should, yeah, I promised Will I wouldn't say it, but then I was like, nah,
Nah, come on. you know who you're recording with. We could rock with that. It's all good.
it's absolutely beautiful. So if you ever see that in a fish, don't throw it away.
I've been cummed on by striped bass, perch. I'm going to have to talk to my therapist about what else has happened.
Maybe you can bring a fish teddy bear and show the therapist where he touched you.
Have you ever seen a great white shark?
No, I'm sure they see me though.
Ooh. So what's next up? What's the next trip? What's the next fish you're going to kill?
I'm actually going to the Bahamas in
Favorite
2
spot?
weeks, so I'm pretty excited about that.
That's a pretty broad area, though. I mean, do you have a favorite island?
No, I like a lot of islands. I mean, I live in Bimini for a year, so of course it has a special place in my heart.
Unbelievable. I casually lived in Bimini for a year. No big deal. I've been dying to go to Bimini.
Well, you know, and I'm trying to.
Adopt me.
It's fun. Bimini's pretty cool, I must say.
What about St. Bart's?
And I'm
That's
getting
pretty
old,
wild
so
place.
I need
You're not getting
to
old.
settle
If
down
you're
a
getting
bit.
old, I'm getting old.
I mean, if the hat fits.
Hey, listen. I still get ID'd. It's probably because I just want to check them on that list.
I never get ID. What the fuck?
Oh man, this has been really cool. Thank you for coming through.
Of course. Well, thank you for having me.
Is there anyone else you'd like to say fuck off to?
Apart from Will, I love you, Will.
We love you guys. We just want you to stop bothering us.
No, apart from dolphins.
Like dolphins need and seals too. There's too many seals. I heard you talking about that. We have the same problem in Cape Cod.
Oh, the overpopulation of
insane.
seals.
I was
Yeah.
fishing there off the shore this summer for striped bass. I could barely catch a schoolie like that. And as soon as I would land one, whole family right there.
There's a treaty also going on or something. Like I'm not allowed to bring my seal boots or mitts to the United States.
What?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
How could they tell that? What is it?
They know what to look for to custom people, but I was told by the company because I was like, oh, do you mind shipping my stuff to the US? They're like, we're not allowed. You're not even allowed to get on a
Whoa.
plane with your seal boots.
PETA.
I'm like, man,
I'm surprised they haven't come for me yet. They probably have. I don't even know it. I
That's
feel like they
crazy.
move in.
every time something's cute, people see past reason. Sadly.
Who's your biggest competitor? Do you have any competitors, or is it just yourself? Is that what you're gonna tell me?
You mean in the spearfishing industry?
Just in life, like spearfishing. Is there anybody you're like, fuck, I need to be better than them? They're pushing me to be better.
No, really. I don't think so.
Word.
It's very. What I do is very different, which is why I struggle to kind of. That's why I struggled for so many years to find my place in this industry because
It's competitive. It's tough.
it's not that it's competitive. It's just that I just feel that I'm just not much of. Like I'm very girly on a lot of certain things, but on the other side.
You'll go put a spear through a 400-pound marlin.
Yeah, like I rip out a fish guard with my teeth. No, I won't do that. But it's
Are you sure?
maybe depends how much you pay me.
Cut the check.
But it's yeah. So it's I don't know. There's
That's
we'll see.
cool.
I don't care. I won't change for anybody. So
That's good. Don't.
if you don't like it,
Fuck you. Stop
Unfollow,
listening.
go see something else. I
Go
don't
watch
care.
something else. Thank you for joining us.
of course.
Until next time, thank you for tuning into the BFC podcast. If you'd like to receive info on the Brooklyn Fishing Club, sign up for our free newsletter. It goes out every Tuesday at 2 p.m. You can visit brooklynfishingclub.com and click on the button that says newsletter, or just shoot us a direct message on Instagram at Brooklyn Fishing Club.